All right, a very big welcome to you, my dear listeners and subscribers from all over the world. This is another episode on your favorite political talk show, The Truth, with Ben Jokes. Bayelsa State Governor Diri dismisses 27 aides for attending pro-Tinubu and Wike rally. Now, this is a good one from Bayelsa's PDP governor. I don't care if he later decamps to APC, but sacking those 27 aides who supported the pro-Tinubu and Wike rally gives me so much joy. One thing I hate greatly is seeing average Nigerians supporting Tinubu and Wike and APC. These men are killing the country. It is okay if their fellow politicians and governors decamp and join them because they are all looters. But how can you, an average Nigerian, support Tinubu and Wike? Just how? So I'm happy the Bayelsa State Governor sacked those aides. He has done the right thing. Now, ever since Tinubu supposedly returned from France, he has not made a single public appearance, and all those who have tried to see him at Aso Rock have been denied access. Even on May Day yesterday, he was represented by the Minister of Labour, Alhaji Maigari. And as it stands, Sheyi Tinubu and a few others are the ones running this country. Ladies and gentlemen, we are witnessing a replica of the Buhari era. Only this time, it is darker in nature. And this team surrounding Tinubu is doing everything possible to give him a second term in office, emptying the treasury to bribe other political actors. But the resistance to their ambition continues to mount. We already know that many northern elders and elites are all over the north demarketing Tinubu, and his popularity has greatly reduced in northern Nigeria. And few hours ago, northern elders sent fear into Aso Rock when they began telling ATIKU to step down for a fresher candidate in 2027. And when asked about Peter Obi, their spokesperson gave a response. Though the response was indirect, it showed clearly that Peter Obi is the most accepted opposition candidate in Nigeria as we speak. And that sent confusion into the Tinubu camp because the northern elder who actually gave that response is from SHETTIMA's camp. Before I show you details of this top story and how Nigerians reacted, let me quickly show you this video. This Sheyi Tinubu's matter is completely out of hand now. Let's watch this video.
I was invited to Lagos to meet with Sheyi. I met with Sheyi and the Minister for Youth. The Minister for Youth, when he saw me, he hugged me in Lagos. We talked, and I was to be offered 100 million naira. But the thing is, it's not all about money. There are things which I stand for. You cannot ask me to begin to promote a president who has not done something for me to say he has done it. If he does something good, I will promote him. We will support him as the president and commander-in-chief. But where he is, you cannot say I should keep quiet. I won't do that. That we couldn't settle. And they felt that I'm being stubborn not to accept money and to come to Lagos without accepting money and going back. So they planned my abduction, and on the 15th, I was abducted. Of April, I was abducted, stripped naked, beaten seriously in collaboration with the MD of NTA. The MD of NTA, I was packaged to NTA to make involuntary statement that I am no longer, that I have renounced my position as NAN's president. I did that to gain my freedom. But immediately I released a press statement that I was forced, it was under duress, and because I was naked, I was beaten. They claimed that they will share the video. That Sheyi told them that they can share the video, nothing will happen. And that even if they kill me, he will order. That was the word Ladoja used. It is Ladoja that is telling me this. That he will instruct, yes, he will instruct the Inspector General of Police to cover it up. And if he doesn't do that, he will go. So I now ask, even this morning when somebody was telling me that, you know who Sheyi is, I say, yes, Sheyi is an ordinary citizen like myself. He's not occupying any official position. I told them yesterday, I made it clear, that even if I'm coming to this hall and I'll be shot, I'll still come to this hall. At the end, today, the inauguration is concluded and I'm the NAN's president. I want Nigerians to know what has happened and that we are not going to give up and that Sheyi can do anything he wants to do. He's already in this hotel. This inauguration wouldn't have held. You can see the organization is not correct. See the way the things was hardly done. I told the MC, quickly start. Don't do no protocol. Do the inauguration as long as though they will be arresting or killing the NAN's president now. who controls over 40 million looter forces. So I want to, for the want of time, I don't want to take much of our time, but I have told you in brief. So we cannot say the most important thing which my government, which we want to do as leaders of NANS, is that we will fight the cultists. We will take away cultism from NANS, the touts from NANS. They are just a bunch of touts and criminal elements. When politicians want to do anything, they recruit them to do all of these things, and that is what we have come to fight. I need your support for us to be able to do this, because without you supporting me, supporting our leadership, there's no way we'll be able to achieve this, because these people have gone far. They have no shame. I want to say, finally, that Tinubu is a very bad example to the Nigerian youths. And the worst thing that will happen to Nigeria will be for Tinubu to become the governor of Lagos State. He has no shame. He has no character. I have been strapped naked. He has my video in his phone. If we are in a country where things work, they are supposed to trace that in his phone, and he should be prosecuted. I do not know if what he wants to do with my naked video in his phone. It is also in the phone of the senior special assistant to the president on student affairs. The secretary, while we went to submit a letter to the Minister of Defense, the essay to the Minister of Defense told him that he saw my naked video while they were beating me. That is also in his own phone. This is the country that we are, but they are making a mistake with the wrong person. The honest solution to this is for them to do the right thing, or they should quickly terminate my life. I thank you very much for listening, Your Excellency.
You heard that. Now, that was Isa Abubakar, the president of National Association of Nigerian Students, before Sheyi Tinubu installed one Olushola. So now they have about 2 or 3 factions with as many presidents. And when you listen to both men speak, this one that just spoke and that Olushola that I brought to you yesterday, you will know the difference. You will know who is a student and who is a thug. And if you don't know what Sheyi Tinubu and his family are capable of, you will think that the things this man said in this video are lies. But he actually attached pictures. This is one of them. I can't put the other pictures here because of the restrictions on this app. So bad, those pictures. And did you hear where he said that Sheyi Tinubu said he would instruct the IG of police to cover the case if they killed him? That's the situation of things. Security chiefs take instructions directly from Sheyi Tinubu. And you think Shettima would be happy with that? So basically, Shettima's calculation that Tinubu will not be able to complete this tenure properly and he will do most of the work actually worked. He didn't just know that Sheyi Tinubu would be the one to step in if that happened. But he's shut down. The Tinubu administration striving to buy everyone over for a second term instead of doing the right thing. Just yesterday, ICPC revealed that 71.2 billion naira out of the 100 billion naira released for student loan disbursement has been stolen. And they named all the agencies that would have to give accounts. And immediately, under 10 hours, ICPC was forced to retract that statement because those who stole that money are connected to Aso Rock. Look at this. Breaking. ICPC clarifies statement on NEL fund, says no discrepancies in student loan disbursement. Just under 10 hours, ICPC changed a statement they made after concluding a 1-month investigation. They were absolutely sure of the investigation, but they had to retract their statement because Aso Rock got involved. What a shame. Now, let us look at the top story. The Shettima camp has sent fear into Tinubu camp as northern elders from Shettima camp tell ATIKU to step down for a younger candidate with better ideas. And when asked about Peter Obi, the spokesperson, who is a Shettima man, gave an indirect answer, but the answer still showed that Peter Obi is the most preferred opposition candidate in Nigeria today. Look at how the papers reported it. Baba Ahmed to ATIKU. Don't run for presidency again. Baba Ahmed, who recently resigned as political advisor to Tinubu in the office of the vice president, said ATIKU, who has contested the presidency 6 times, should instead focus on supporting a new generation of leaders. In an open letter to Bola Tinubu on 23rd April, Baba Ahmed had also advised Tinubu to forego a second-term bid in 2027, warning that seeking re-election would be a grave mistake given the nation's political and economic state. Asked during an interview on Channels TV on Thursday if he would direct a similar appeal to ATIKU, Baba Ahmed said he would advise him to adopt a more elder statesman-like role. If I had the chance, I would tell Atiku the same thing. He has done his bit. He has been persistent, but now he should play a fatherly role, help identify and support younger leaders. He said, if they present someone younger with fewer skeletons, better health, and fresh ideas, they would wipe the floor with APC. This country is hungry for leadership with vision and empathy, he said. He stressed that regional origins should no longer dominate political considerations. It doesn't matter where the person comes from. At this point, anyone still talking about North or South is missing the point. We need competence and vision. On Peter Obi, he said, I really don't know, to be honest. I know him personally. I think he has good ideas about a lot of things. As for Atiku, he said, while the former vice president has extensive experience, he is not convinced he would have offered better governance. You heard that. Now, if you understand politics, you will know that this is an endorsement of Peter Obi. There are three main candidates, Tinubu, Obi, and Atiku, and you are telling Tinubu and Atiku to step down, that they are too old. Then you began listing the qualities of the third candidate as the qualities of the person we need. You say he has to be younger, better health, fresher ideas, and everybody knows that it is Peter Obi that embodies all that. Now, this man, Hakeem Baba Ahmed, worked under Shettima for over 12 months when he was appointed as a political advisor to Tinubu before he resigned. Now he's telling Atiku to step down, believing that he doesn't have much to offer again. And when asked about Peter Obi, he said, I really don't know. I know him personally. I know he has good ideas about a lot of things. So what else are we looking at? This is a man who has good ideas about a lot of things. And we need fresh ideas in Nigeria. That is an endorsement coming from someone who has a relationship with Shettima and who just resigned from Tinubu's cabinet at a time that the North is working against Tinubu. Now, this is just the beginning. I need Peter Obi to intensify his effort in northern Nigeria. Let him work on more alliances. If there is anyone that can do it, it is Obi, and this is the time for it, because Hakeem Baba Ahmed speaks for not all northern elders, but he speaks for many of them. So he is a good place to begin with. Obi should penetrate northern Nigeria using this man. Penetrate. Already, you have seen the Bauchi state governor, and he said he's ready to work with you, but that is not the end. Penetrate, go round, speak to everybody, including the demons amongst them. What we want is the power. Let it get into your hands, and then you will do the right thing. 2027, for me, is the last shot that this country would have at good governance in this generation. We must give it our all, because if it passes by now, in the next 30 years, this country will not be talking about good governance. That is if it still exists together. I very much doubt. And of course, this update has not gone down well with the Tinubu camp at all. I expect to hear a statement from them soon reacting to this subtle endorsement of Peter Obi. And in other news, FBI and DEA just embarrassed themselves. Look at this. FBI, DEA seek 90-day extension to release investigative files on Tinubu. The Federal Bureau of Investigation and the Drug Enforcement Administration have jointly requested a 90-day extension to complete their search for investigative records relating to Bola Ahmed Tinubu. The U.S. law enforcement agencies say they expect to submit their findings by July 31, despite a previous court order deadline of May 2. Now, today is May 2. We were expecting to see FBI, DEA, IRS, and CIA release the criminal records of Tinubu. And now the FBI and DEA have come out to request a 90-day extension, despite the court ordering them to release those files by May 2. I think at this point, we are saying, keep these records. We don't need them anymore. You can't keep throwing us up and down. We already know most of the things in that record is already known to Nigerian, and there is nothing that is even strange in that record that can surprise us. Even if you say that the man in question was killing 10 people every day, Nigerians will not be surprised. Even if you say that the man in question was taking 10 kilograms of drugs every day, Nigerians will not be surprised, because even right there in Aso Rock, he's still taking it. So what is all this about? You will say you are bringing this thing today. Tomorrow you will look for another excuse. It is clear that the things contained in that document are too heinous. They are too terrible, too bad, that you know that a lot of things will go wrong if you release them. Even Tinubu admitted that it would cause irreparable damage to his reputation if it is released. And that is why these people are coming out making all these excuses. Nigerians already know what they need to know. We don't need those files. If they want Nigeria to become a decent country, we know what to do as citizens. We know what the man represents, and we know how it negatively impacts our country. And if we want things to change, we will cast aside our sentiments, come together, unite, and take our country back. But until then, make I still enter town, make I go get some ogbonge political news wey una go like. Why? Because of una na I dey here. So don't go away. Don't go away.